You ran electricity into two pointed bits of carbon. As they almost touched, the current sparked across the gap and the carbon burned. The ArcLight made limelight look like a candle flame, and in no time it was in lighthouses all over Europe and America. And the crafty thing was, the mechanism to move the carbon rods was run by the same electricity that produced the light. A light you could see as far as the horizon. The ArcLight was as big a success in the theatre as it was in lighthouses. It got rid of limelight for a start. It also did something else. You've seen how change comes about in funny ways because of war or accident or climate or any number of things. Well, sometimes it also happens because all the bits necessary for an invention happen to come together in the same place at the same time. Well, the ArcLight turned out to be one of those bits. And the modern invention it helped to bring into existence is sitting in your house right now. The ArcLight was only the first bit. The second nearly didn't happen at all because of that. These are the docks at the quiet little Kentish town of Faversham, not to remain quiet for long. Early in 1847, a local factory had just started production of a new explosive. It was made by soaking cotton in nitric and sulfuric acid, a process which, the inventor assured them, was totally without risk. Everything within a quarter of a mile was destroyed, and 21 people were killed. 10 of them exploded to bits, said the Illustrated London News. Can't have been much left to illustrate. Well, that blew it, if you'll forgive the phrase, for Guncotton and the search for a bigger and better bang for almost 20 years. And then one day in 1863, in the United States, there was a sudden and worrying shortage of teeth, a particular kind of teeth. This kind. You see, the great white hunter had been knocking off African elephants so fast that there was now a shortage of billiard balls, because you get 4 of them from one of these. So there was now a $10,000 prize being offered for anybody who could come up with a substitute for ivory billiard balls. And yes, you've guessed it, Guncotton was involved again. Mixed with camphor and alcohol and compressed. And the fellow who did it was very good at pressing things because he was a printer from Albany, New York. His name was John Wesley Hyatt. And you could say his balls went down with quite a bang. The scene, a Colorado saloon. Enter a Hyatt billiard ball salesman. Now, we only know of this curious event, the only recorded failure of Hyatt's billiard balls, because the saloon keeper wrote to the company afterwards to complain about what happened the day a mysterious stranger rode into town and walked into his bar carrying a funny-looking case. At first, he and his ball seemed harmless enough. But remember, the shell of the ball was made with guncotton, the explosive. Get it? Suddenly, it made the kind of noise you never made in a Western saloon. A noise like gunfire.